Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Luchauskas, where we're gonna have a look at the markets, what happened yesterday, what levels to watch out for today. Just today is the 28th of March 2018. So as always, before we continue, before we jump into the charts, please have a read through our risk disclaimer. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. So, also, before we jump into the charts, a quick reminder of our JFD Brokers website, where if you click on JFD Group here, click on JFD Research, it'll take you to our little page where we throw out our daily analysis, different trading shoutouts. So yeah, and also different analysis in different languages. So I hope you find something useful, guys, for yourself here, and yeah, please do visit us. But now, excuse me, let's jump into the charts. Okay, so the first one I want to look at is the S&P 500. This is a daily chart. Bad day yesterday for the S&P, nice sell-off, and we are getting close again towards this 200 EMA here on the daily chart. Now, keep an eye on this one because, well, you know that if something gets, knocking on one door, the door eventually opens. So just like I said, keep an eye on this 200 EMA. I mean, if we'll start touching it again, and if we'll start seeing signals that it's not holding, well, we could potentially move lower. Maybe the first level that we would be watching for is this 2535 area, approximately there. That is, of course, if we get a nice break below this 200 EMA here on the daily chart. And also we've got this triangle formation here as well, so a break below the bottom side of this triangle could, like I said, could open the path towards lower levels. So the first level we would be watching is the 2535, but after that, of course, we would have to evaluate carefully and see if it wants to continue moving lower or not. But at the moment, it is still within this triangle. So if, like I said, if this bottom side of the triangle will hold, and especially this 200 EMA will hold, well, we could potentially get a bounce back again, move towards this 2645 area, and then push higher. So for now, we are just keeping our eyes on this area. Just let me highlight it quickly. So yeah, keeping an eye on this area right here. This probably is the most significant for now. Like I said, breaks below and breaks above here. This is what we need to keep an eye on. Similar story on the Dow. Dow has reversed yesterday from this strong resistance level of 24,220, approximately there, even though it did overshoot it, but actually then moved lower, and now it seems that just judging by this negativity here, could potentially touch the 23,350 area, or at least the 200 EMA, which is just going to be slightly above this level here. So keep an eye on this area, guys. Let's look at the FTSE. The FTSE had a nice close at around 7,000. I was talking about this level yesterday, so the 7,000. This is a key psychological level. Today, depends if we're going to open lower, and we might continue pushing towards this 6960. If that doesn't hold, well, we can probably, like I said, move back down towards these recent lows at around 6870. If the 6870 doesn't hold, well, we do have the 6840 here. This level has been, let me just put a weekly here. So yeah, this area has been these, like the November resistance area, I would say, like that. So yeah, in November it kind of nicely broke this, but initially tested it, went down, and then broke it in December, in the beginning of December. So keep an eye on this one as well. And just looking at this weekly chart, we can see that we've got the 200 EMA passing through here as well. So 68.40 could prove to be a strong support level here if we get a move lower. If suddenly this continues to move higher, well, we do have this downwards moving trend line here that started on the around the 23rd of January. And if we get a nice break above this, then this is opening the path towards these higher levels here. So the first stronger resistance level could be the 71.30, approximately there, and then the 71.85. If these two won't hold, then well, it's opening the path towards these higher levels here. But keep an eye on this downward moving trend line. Excuse me. So the DAX is now DAX is, to be honest, now DAX is being annoying, and I mean, this activity is really frustrating at the moment. There's no clear direction or like clear sentiment here. So I mean, it is bouncing below the psychological 12,000. Now we do have these two levels, the psychological 12,000 and the 11,830. So for now, probably I would say we would be waiting for until it will get a move either above the 12,000 and then move higher to test this downwards moving trend line, or like I said, a move below this 11,830, or actually I think we can put a different low here. So probably more would be more logical to put this area here. So that's a 11,750. So if we get a break below this, well, yeah, could potentially move lower. But for now, just keep an eye on this little range that it is in right now. So like I said, we need a good move out of this range in order to determine further direction. Let's quickly have a look at the euro dollar. The euro dollar had a sell-off yesterday. Let's put a 4-hour chart here, and yeah, so it hung around this 124-100 area. I was talking about this key level yesterday in my video, and at the moment, if this continues to stay below the 124-100, well, could potentially see a move lower here towards this area, the 123.900, and if that doesn't hold, well, it is opening the path back towards these levels here. So the first one, probably nice strong support level, could be the 123.600. So keep an eye on that one, guys, and if that doesn't hold, well, you know the drill, and it's probably gonna move lower. But for now, like I said, let's go step by step and just see what it wants to do with this 123.900. On the higher side, if we suddenly get a move above the 124-100, this is opening, could potentially push it back towards this high here around 124.450, and maybe towards, like I said, towards this high here, this recent high at 124.750, approximately there. So some good levels to watch out here in the euro. Be very careful for sudden reversals. So yeah, and keep your eyes on these key levels here. Quickly, let's have a look at the euro dollar. Now euro pound sterling. We are seeing a bit of a decline here. Yesterday we had a nice pop, but then it started selling off. So now we are below this level right here. So that's 0.87450. So this level acted in the past as a good support and resistance and both. So now we're slightly below it, and if this negativity will continue, we could see a pull, I would say a pull back lower here towards this 0.87100. So a good key area of support here could be this 0.87100. So just keep an eye on this activity right now. At the moment, I would say I'm probably staying away from this pair, just because, like I said, I would need a better move towards one of these levels here, either this 0.87700 and then potentially towards this high here, or like I said, or a move towards this 87,100, and then, like I said, I would be looking for a break here below this. But again, like I said, let's move step by step and see what happens. Quickly, let's have a look at the GBPUSD. Now, GBPUSD is excuse me. Well, it had a nice sell-off yesterday as well. Let's quickly put a daily chart here. But still managed to retrace slightly more than half of its losses from yesterday. Now it's moving higher, and we do have this kind of short-term uptrend here that started uptrend, not uptrend, but like upwards moving support line, I would say more. So it started on the 19th of March. Now we are, if to kind of trust this chart, then we are trading slightly below this trend, this little support line. Still, the overall trend is up, of course, on the GBPUSD, but be careful with this one, because, like I said, it could provide some sort of surprises to us. If we get a move back above here, the 142,200 area, and then maybe potentially a test of these recent highs at around 142,450. If we get this, would mean that the pair has retraced all of its losses from yesterday and could potentially move higher towards the 142,800 that I'm keeping an eye on here. So this is a nice area of resistance right here, the 142,800. But that's what's concerning the upside. On the downside, if we suddenly move below the 141,700 and then push a little bit lower towards the 141,500, break below both of these levels could pull the pair lower here. I mean, could pull it towards this first, probably towards this 50 EMA that's approaching here, and potentially then maybe if we get a break below this 140,700. So guys, I mean, keep an eye on these key levels right here. Let me just highlight those. So a move below both of these levels, like I said, could open the path towards lower levels. But at the moment, let's see what it does. We're not going to be guessing here. And yeah, like I said, yeah, just let's see what it does. Quickly, let's have a look at a few more pairs. I'm slightly running out of time, but anyway, USDCAD stuck in a range still. Keep an eye on these two areas right here, the 120, 129, 150, and on the bottom side here, the 128. So I'm still waiting for a move outside of this little range here, and probably this could determine the further direction in this pair. But at the moment, it's just stuck in here, and yeah, we're just keeping an eye on it. So USDJPY, similar story, again stuck a little bit here, even though it is above the 105,550 that I kept talking about in a couple of previous videos. It had a nice move to the upside yesterday, and well, if this positivity, let's say like that, will continue in this pair, well, we could move higher, maybe towards the 106, and then potentially towards this key area of 106,400. A break above this could push the pair higher, maybe even towards the 107. But like I said, at the moment, we're just keeping an eye on this one. I would say from the trader side is probably, if you start seeing moves above this high here at around 105,900, well, could potentially, like I said, a break above this could potentially open the path towards higher levels. On the downside, of course, a move below the 105,550 and then probably towards the 105,250. Break below both of these levels could push it back towards the psychological 105. Now, of course, if we do continue selling, I mean, if we can continue see selling activity coming in into this pair, well, I mean, we could potentially move towards the recent lows here at around 104,650. But then actually we will have to evaluate the pair again and see what it wants to do then. Okay guys, I need to jump off the mic. I hope you have a good European session, and as always, keep an eye on the price action, and I'll see you later on today in the JFD Traders Tea Time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.